Hi, I'm Simon with AppliancePartsPros.com. Today we're going to show you how to repair your appliance. Are you ready? Remember, anytime you work on your appliance, make sure it's unplugged or the circuit breakers are off so there's no chance of electrocution. In this video, we'll show you how to replace the evaporator motor in a Whirlpool refrigerator. It's going to be a very easy repair. Should only take a few minutes to show you how to do it. For this job, we're going to need a long Phillips screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, and a pair of pliers. When you open up the package, you're going to get a new evaporator motor. The evaporator motor is located inside the freezer section behind the rear cover panel. The evaporator motor turns the fan blade that circulates the cold air throughout the entire refrigerator. If the temperature inside the refrigerator is higher than normal, especially inside the fresh food section, check if the evaporator motor is running and replace it if needed. To get to the part, we need to open the freezer door. I'm going to remove the ice bin by just sliding it out. To remove the ice maker, we need to loosen up 2 Phillips screws on the left side. One right there. And I'm going to loosen up this one. And now we're going to lift up and remove the ice maker. Don't just drop it because we have a plug behind it. Now I'm going to disconnect this plug. The tab, locking tab is right there at the back. And press it in. And pull it out. Now we can remove the ice maker. Alright, I'm going to pull out this glass shelf. Next I'm going to remove this knob. I'm going to use this small flat blade screwdriver, going to help pulling it off. Next I'm going to use this small flat blade screwdriver, going to pop this little bracket off. Next I'm going to remove this plug from the bracket. We've got 2 tabs, one on the top, one on the bottom. I'm going to use the same small flat blade screwdriver, going to press on the tab and push it through. So we've got the 7 1/4-inch screws that holds this evaporator cover panel, and they all covered by these plugs. So we have 7 plugs to take out. I'm going to use this same small flat blade screwdriver, and we're going to pop them out one by one. Just insert it into the small opening. So we're going to move on to the rest of the plugs. Now where we have all the 7 screws exposed, we can use the 1/4-inch nut driver and take them out. Our next step would be pushing this plug through this opening. And now we can remove the panel. Lift the bottom up and pull it straight out. Alright, we need to pull this side first because we have screws on the left. And we're going to take this out. Now I'm going to remove this foam insulation, tilt it forward, and take it out. Now I'm going to remove the fan blade and push it from inside out. Next step, I'm going to use the 1/4-inch nut driver and take out a couple of screws that holds the bracket, and I'm going to remove the housing. Alright, I'm going to unplug the plug. That's our motor plug on the left. pull on the locking tab and separate them. And I'm going to remove these wires from the bracket. And I'm going to take off the ground wire. I'm going to use the pliers. I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to use pliers. We need to squeeze these tabs and free that rear bracket. So careful, don't break anything. And now I'm going to remove the motor. And I'm going to take off the grommet. Put it aside. And I'm going to take off this grommet and put it aside. This is the old evaporator motor next to the new one. If you don't have this part, you can get it from appliancepartspros.com. Now I'm going to install the motor into the brackets. So I'm going to start with placing on the grommets, both of them. And I'm going to install this portion into the rear bracket. I'm going to bring that the front bracket, and I'm going to place it over the shaft here. And we need to align the openings on both sides where the clips are. And I'm going to put this through and lock both sides here. Like that. And now we're going to bring it in and place the harness into these places here on the top. And turn it around, and here on the side. And on the right side. Now the green wire. And now the green wire goes in the corner and around here. I'm going to install this ground wire onto the motor terminal using pliers. And I'm going to plug in the motor. I'm going to put it right in here. Turn it around. So I'm going to mount these assembly bracket and the motor on the wall. There's 2 1/4-inch screws. Match the holes, and using the 1/4-inch nut driver, I'm going to install it and secure it. I'm going to install the fan blade now. This is the back of it, and that's the opening that I'm going to slide over the shaft. All the way in. Make sure it's not jamming. Alright, now I'm going to install the installation. The bottom goes first. And the cover panel. The left side goes in first, and I'm going to pull this plug through the opening And I'm going to install the panel. This opening should be right over the fill tube, ice maker fill tube. And the plug should be out. There's a couple of details that's very important. Using the corner screwdriver, we're going to secure that rear access panel with these 7 1/4-inch screws. Now we're going to cover the openings with these plugs. This little tab on the side will fit into this cutout here. They facing the different directions, but the rule is the same. Place it on and press it in, and move on to the other one. Alright, and I'm going to install the knob on. It has a D-shape opening, and the shaft is also, as I understand, the D shaft, and we're going to match the cutout with the shaft and push it on. And now we can slide the glass shelf back in. Alright, so we're gonna start installation from the plugging in this into this outlet over there. Make sure it's locked, tag on it, and then I'm going to turn it, and we need to place this tube into this cutout here at the back, like that, and that tube inside this cutout, and I'm going to hang the ice maker on these 2 screws. And I'm going to tighten the screws using the Phillips screwdriver. Make sure it's all the way down, and I'm going to tighten it. Alright, now make sure that this arm is in the down position, because this is the off position and this is on position. And now I'm going to slide in the ice bin. And now when we're done, we can close the freezer door. Plug the fridge back in and make sure it's cooling. Thank you for being a part of another successful repair brought to you by AppliancePartsPros.com. For any of your future appliance repair projects, please check out our other videos available on our site, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram.